In this video, we are going to touch on the subject of the images that we are going to use in our children's picture book. Now, if you already watched the video on the mistakes that I have made, you probably remember me highlighting the fact of thinking along the terms of, your expense, how much money you are spending on your books, and can you get back a return on them. And I just want to show you sites you can go to. Ones that I had past for illustrations. Now, one of them is Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, and another one is Shutterstock, and this was one that I had used before and I'd mentioned it. Get images over here, and you can get amazing looking images that have already been created. In this case here, Shutterstock has images that have already been drawn and illustrated, and these were the ones that I had used in the past for my children's picture books. And again, as I said in the video, what I did in the case of rather than me writing a story and then looking for the images, I actually worked backwards, and what I did was I tried to find a collection of images, by a particular illustrator that kind of had a story or a theme or something to it, and then what I did was I kind of moved the images around until I had the kind of bones of a story, and then I created the story then to go with the images. And in that way I had great looking illustrations for my but the only thing was, it cost a lot of money for all these images, and at the end of the day I wasn't making enough money to cover my costs because I was using these sites. Now, even though Shutterstock is a great site and there is some amazing illustrators on it, and you will find some amazing kind of illustrations on the site, again, as I said, you have to think of your publishing business in kind of, how much money is coming in and how much money is going out. So in the case of Fiverr.com, as you can see here, all these different illustrators have different prices. In the case of this one here, we have doing these particular type of images, and they're charging £25 UK sterling for an image. Now that price is $54. So for example, here you may get maybe the basic characters on a white background. You may find maybe they might charge more for the background image on top of then for the copyright of the image, and then how much this particular page is going to cost you for your children's picture book. So in the case here, you may find maybe that the cost maybe £40. And when you think about your children's picture book, maybe where you're creating a picture book that has maybe 20, might have maybe 30 pages in it, I'm sure you can see it's a costly picture book. Now, don't get me wrong, the illustrators on this website do some amazing work, and I'm not finding fault with illustrators. I do love a great illustrated picture book just like anybody else. But when you think about how much money you have to make back on that book to pay off for that, just to break even, I'm sure you can see, like, for somebody who's starting off, it is a lot of expenses to take on, and then to try and get that picture book back. And unfortunately, a lot of authors and picture book authors go down this route of just throwing money at the first picture book they make, and hoping that they'll make it back. And in most cases, they're probably lucky if they break even, or if they make a little bit of a profit on the books. And that is what I don't want you to do. That is why I'm going to show you how to create your picture books for the images for free. So in that case then, if your picture book didn't cost anything for the images, and, even at the very worst, it made $5 or $10 in the Amazon Kindle store, straight away you're up $5 or $10 in profit. Whereas if maybe you had created a wonderful picture book and you released it and it didn't do well, say maybe you made $5 or $10, maybe, $200, but if your book cost maybe $1,000 to put together, I'm sure you can see, how long could you stay in the publishing game, or how many children's picture books could you do and not make a profit on. So if it's a vanity thing, maybe something like that, well, then you could go down this route. You could, just throw money at your picture book. But for the majority of us, we're in the business to try and make some money out of it long term. So that is why you would try and keep down your costs as low as possible. So in the next series of videos, I'm going to show you the type of images we are going to be looking for. We're going to be looking for background images, and we are going to be looking for characters and how to combine them together to make our own images. So I just want to touch on the subject of images just in this video. Now, what I want to show you is, I'm going to show you in this video also as well, an amazing tool that we are going to use to search for free images. All those images and those other websites were all paid for images, but there are loads of websites out there that have loads of amazing looking images on them. Now, what you could do is you can go to through them one by one, search for the particular image you want, and then go on to the next one. And you know, it's a long kind of process of finding all these images. So I just want to show you an amazing tool that you can use to speed up the process and to find images faster, and you know, to get in and get out and get your images together in a bundle as quickly as possible. And in this case, we are coming over to a website called mix.com/products/stock-photo-search. And when you come over to this URL, now I probably have a button at the bottom of this video, you'll be able to click on to go here. You will find this tool here. If you scroll down the page, you're going to find stock video using the Google Chrome browser. And what you would do is, like I have it already here, what you do is you simply click on this red button, you hold it down, and you just simply drag it up to your toolbar up here. So this is the toolbar, and this is the button now in place, and it's stock photo search. So to use the tool, you just simply click on it, and once you have this little toolbar installed, you don't have to come back to this page anymore. You can simply work from this little pop-up. I am just going to pause the video and then I will show you how to set it up. Now, as you can see here, this is a pop-up. So what we are going to do, we are for the term cat. And again, as I said, in the future videos, I'm going to show you the type of characters that we are going to be looking for. But I just want to show you how to set up this little tool. So what you can do is you can select many sites that you want to choose to search from. So in this case, I am searching Pixabay, Unsplash, and this free image site. Now you can select as many as you want. Now there is a limit on how many it can search at a particular time, but you may find just from searching with Pixabay, Unsplash, and Pexels, you'll have enough images come back. But if you're having any particular problems or you're not getting enough images back on your search, you can add more of these sites in here, and they will. So that is what I am searching at the moment. I've got. So just going to show you another feature you can choose to. You have these two options. You have on image, on Google Images, or on sites. So by choosing either one of those, if I choose on Google Images, all the images that are returned will show up page as if I was doing a Google search. Choose the second option here. What it does is it along the top here of each website and where the images is. So basically what you would have is you would have a load of tabs opened up along the top of your browser. So in that case, I don't want to have loads of tabs open up. I just simply want to have it all on one page. So I can just, like a Google image, I can just scroll through the page and I can. So I'm just going to choose this top option, the Google Images. And again, it's just a simple matter of just clicking search, and the tool will go to Pexels, it'll go to Pixabay, and it'll go to the other free image website. And what it'll do is it'll just give me a return back with all the images of a cat. And again, as I said, it'll do it like a Google image search here. They will be all here on. Now, before I had this tool, I had to go around all these different websites one by one. I had to do a search term. I wanted to cite cats, but this tool is great because I can do it all in one go, and I can search all these different websites in one go. So, for example, here you can see all the results are coming back for Pexels. There's some. So again, if I wanted any particular image for my book, it's just a simple matter of clicking on the image, and again, like as if I was doing a Google image, it will just kind of single that image out and it's to go to that website if I wanted to download it from the website. And again, it's just a simple matter of selecting which images you want. Now, as I said earlier, we aren't going to be using these type of images. We are going to be using illustrated images because that is the type of children's picture book we are going to be using, and I'll show you later on what kind of background images we are going to be looking for and where to find the picture book. So I'll see you in the next video.